Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
Hey, my name's Arnes.
And I started collecting something new because when I was younger, growing up, I used to really love the Micro Machines. And they used to have, I don't know if Micro Machines officially did Star Wars. I can't remember the company, but they did. But there was something similar to this.
I remember.
Granted, they were a little bigger, which kind of the norm nowadays.
I had the whole Death Star. It was massive, and then you open it up, and like there's like minifigures inside of it.
Yeah, and even like the Falcon that they had, like the chess set was movable, stuff like that in there.
You can open up the Falcon. I remember.
Yeah, it was massive. There was like a ton of the vehicles. There's little play sets. You could get like the Hoth battle, stuff like that. I always thought it was super cool. And now they're doing the Micro Galaxy Squadrons, which is, I think, Jazwares is doing this one. I see Disney. Where's the other copyright? Jazwares, yes.
Sir, it's just Disney. Disney owns everything. Disney and Walmart.
Right. Because they do own aliens. But anyways, I digress. So I wanted to get these. Plus, I don't have really any good Star Wars ships in my collection anymore. So this is nice. Like, they're compact, so they don't take up that much room. And also, come to find out, some of them are worth stupid money.
What kind of stupid money are we talking about?
For instance, if you find the Chase Luke Skywalker X-Wing, it goes from $16 to closer to $200.
That's nice.
There's also a TIE Fighter that is a Chase version, which is the Moff Gideon one.
Yeah.
That one goes for a little over $100. If you can get hold of that one. Also $16. Sadly, the Millennium Falcon is $44 and is only worth $44.
So we can open this one then,
So
right?
this one's going to open. It's in a box. I bought some of the other ones. Funny enough, we were just talking about, not that one or specific, but I actually found both the Chase versions. So on a high note, I spent, about $100, and I got like a little over $350 worth of things in here. So that's sweet. Always a bonus with your collecting. And then I also got the Darth Vaders because for the most part, I'm going to try to be good and only get ships I really liked, or it ties into Mandalorian.
I would do that because
there's some stuff I just don't give a damn.
If you go down this rabbit hole, you're going to end up with an extra room just full of TIE fighters and Falcons you don't need, you know?
It's pretty much like most anything from pretty much first movie, maybe some prequel stuff. Original trilogy, I should say. Prequel stuff. I hope that all the chase vehicles become just stuff from the newer movies, because then I don't have to buy any of it. That would be great. Because there's nothing in the new movies like at least vehicle wise I would be remotely interested in. Except maybe like Kylo's fighter. Maybe. Kind of pushing it there. But anyways, so let's get into this. So without further ado, for the packaging, what we got here is the launch edition. So it has this fancy little sticker up here. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's why it's metallic for the box. I'm not 100%.
But it does look nice, though. You should keep this box for sure.
Yeah, I'll hang on to it. Because I don't know if I'm going to hang this from the ceiling yet, or if I'm just going to leave it in the package. Because I'm leaving all the other ones in the boxes. So sadly, no reviews for those. But if I do find the Mandalorian ship, I'm going to get that thing. But you can see pretty much everything you get has lights, motion activated lights and sounds.
I'm waiting to see how that works.
Which we'll get into that. Because, spoiler alert, I've already unboxed this thing because I had to put the batteries in. But it has lights and sounds. Back of the package just shows you everything that it can do. Some of the other vehicles. Because I need that slave. Well, Firefly? Is that what it's called now? Boba Fett ship?
Is that what it's called?
It's Fire something. So I'll have to wait to see the box. I can't quite remember. I know it's not officially the slave one anymore. And then we get the Mandalorians. I don't remember,
to be honest with you.
Like the transport vehicle, I probably don't need. I kind of want the AT-ST and then the TIE Fighter. I forget which that vehicle is. I know it, but is that Ventress's? That might be Ventress's. And then there's the Jedi Starfighter, which is a maybe too. Anyways, let's get this thing opened up out of its cardboard prison. We also got some legal mumbo jumbo on the bottom. Forgot about that. I will say, one thing I noticed when getting this out of the box is this thing is in there super hard to get this out. But what's really cool is it has landing gear, and when you use the landing gear, you just pull this one out, and then when you grab one of these, it does both of them.
So now it actually, you can set it on the table, right?
Yeah, and the nice thing too is there's actually detailing. I'm trying to move the lighting, but even underneath the landing pad, there's detailing.
Oh,
and it's even neat. Like dry. It's even got a nice wash. So that's,
I like where they hit the screws. It actually works out.
Yeah, it's not super noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's pretty much underneath there, and then you got the couple up front. For other stuff, we have the satellite dish, which gets knocked off in Return of the Jedi. You get the gun. And what I like is that the characters come in their own little thing.
You didn't open it, though, did you?
Well, it's just a little cardboard thing, so you can slide it out.
You can slide it out. I was going to say, don't destroy that value.
Maybe I will. Maybe I might accidentally wreck the cardboard while I'm trying to get this thing out.
You might. You're stupid.
There we go. We'll reassemble it afterwards, but I do want to show you guys.
Too bad you can't fit them in there like back in the days.
Here you can.
Oh, shut
That's why we're getting them out, mans.
Oh, that is
First
awesome.
and foremost, we're assembling, though.
That's nostalgic right there.
This goes here. Because it looks like I think this flips up.
Oh, it moved.
Because this goes here, so you got the turn. But it has a spot where it has the person, and
I'm interested.
No. How you get them in there. But anyways, so there's this little clasp back here. This just pops off.
Oh, that's how you get it from the side, right there.
Oh, yeah, okay. So he comes in on the back here.
Giggity.
And then
you just close them in so it doesn't fall out.
Yep. So right there.
That is
There's
neat.
also the storage compartment under here.
Oh, Steve, I think I might have to steal this on the way out.
It's got the little hiding compartment under here. It's even got the chest table. And then it's got your average stuff. It's got the drop down so they can come in on the side. So if you want to sit in on the table. Oh, landing gear pop back in. I will say the landing gear, I wish kind of had a way it could lock in. But if you want to sit on your table, that does line up. Which is cool too. Only that terrifies me is there's these little clips right here. And I feel like over time those will probably snap off. And this part also lifts up to reveal the cockpit, which you get 4 seats. It's also got the steering wheels. You have the console on the top. Nothing too crazy in terms of coloring, but it's got detailing. And then you could take the characters if you wanted. So we'll pop out Han and Chewie real quick. And then I think they should just slide in. There we go. I also like the scale too, that Chewie's a little bigger, because sometimes I could see them trying to make them the same size. And then bam! Now you can see Han and Chewie hanging outside the cockpit.
That is so amazing. This blew my mind this year.
I wish... grabbing these guys.
Where did they go?
Well, you probably just put them in the other cockpit, because in the cockpit there was 4 seats back here.
Oh,
so you can stick them in the back.
Ah.
I wish there was some way of keeping this thing down now. Now that I pop that up, it doesn't want to stay down.
Gum works.
Get some tack.
Yeah.
I'll have to mess around with it. I'm pretty sure there's just a clasp I'm not getting right or something. It's usually how it works with these. Because there's that one. Maybe I just got it in too far. Okay, there we go. That lines up there. But I wish there was maybe some way you could kind of peg them into certain spots. So you could just like leave them hanging out in here. Also, you ever wonder where they actually sleep on the Millennium Falcon? Because every time you see opening up compartments on a Falcon, you never see beds anywhere. They just sleep on the couches. But you can have them hanging out back here if you wanted. Stuff like that. And they're actually painted decently.
Yeah,
like she's got metallic
so
on
tiny.
the waist. Like you can definitely tell the character. You can even see part of the cloak. You can see Obi-Wan's lightsaber on his waist. His beard's colored in. Like they all look really good. And then you can hit these two buttons here, activate the sounds, and if you put this back on, there we go. These two here, the little ports on the top here, will activate it too. So this is for the guns. I think it's just the same exact sound no matter what you do.
Yeah.
But then we hit this button. And then now you do this.
Oh.
So depending on which way you're turning, it makes sounds.
You know, I gotta say something. NECA, take notes here. This is only $45. Only $45.
Yeah, what would I rather have? Would I rather have this? With some extra people, a bunch of lights and sounds and compartments, or would I have this?
$45, people, just saying.
Oh, but this is pretty sweet. And then you just, and then you hit this button to turn it back off. Pretty simple stuff. In terms of the sculpt, I think it looks really good. It's got a really lot of nice molded detailing on it.
Paint is there.
Only thing that kind of annoys me is I love that this whole thing where the gun can move and everything. I hate that on the bottom it's molded.
I did notice that when you flipped it over to show the landing gear.
It would be nice if you have the option. I granted, I think in terms of like space here, it would have been a problem to be able to fit both of them in there.
I think it's because the landing gear, because you have landing gear. If you were to able to put it down, you would not be able to use the landing gear. You know what I mean?
Well, that and how far it'd have to stick up.
Yeah.
It might be an issue, but then again, maybe they could have just made the landing gear like stretched down.
Nah, it's $45. You're getting to that realm of too much now.
But I love too much stuff. But it still actually kind of blows my mind that they actually have detailing underneath the actual landing gear. So it has that added little attention to the detail. So it's like you have that detail, but you kept that on. It's a little odd. Other than that, I think everything else looks really good. The only other, I guess, nitpick would maybe be some other detailing here. So when it's sitting here, it's just not just a white sheet. Granted, I don't imagine how many collectors are going to be having the Falcon just kind of hanging out like that.
Out.
But I could see somebody hanging this from the top, so that's why it having the detail on at least there would have been kind of nice.
Yeah, but a lot of people, though, will pull out the landing gear and set it on a shelf and call it a day.
That is true. That's what I'm tempted to do. But yeah, the molded detailing of this thing is really nice for the price point. So overall, I recommend this. I actually highly recommend this, especially if you're collecting, like I said, those Micro Machine style ones as a kid. It definitely brings back a lot of fond memories. What's cool too in terms of collecting is they're doing the chase stuff. So it gives you something to hunt for, while most of the rest of the stuff isn't that hard to get a hold of. Like, I definitely have seen plenty of Darth Vader's advanced TIE fighter. This one, not this version, but the X-Wing. And what's nice, too, is the chase for the X-Wing. The only difference is the Luke.
Yeah.
So it's the exact same X-Wing. This one kind of annoys me a little bit more being a harder to get thing because it's an entirely new ship. And they made it harder to get. That kind of sucks. Especially as it being a key ship in a part of a series. Mm-hmm. I think those kind of vehicles should be more like the B-Wing or like the background ships.
Yeah.
Nothing that was like prevalent to the story. But other than that, like, I dig this. Especially even the size. Like, this is a fairly large ship. And it's got a lot of nice detailing. There's enough to do with it, but it also doesn't take up that much space compared to, say, a lot of other Millennium Falcon options you could have. And it gives you, like, I have almost all the original characters just from having like.
It just blows
these,
my mind.
These three
how
things.
amazing this thing is.
Yeah, so definitely. But if you guys see it, you like Star Wars, this is probably one of the cooler things I've gotten, and pretty pumped to get more into this. Like I might come back on Black Series to focus on this a little bit more. Mainly focus on Black Series because I mainly just buy Mandalorian anyway, so I might just stick a little harder to Mandalorian.
I might actually go take a walk at Target when I get free time and see if I can find one.
Oh yeah, I think ours still had like 3 more of them.
That's something, just put it on the side. It's actually very neat.
It's pretty cool. Plus I can see this kind of maybe getting more expensive over time. Especially with it being a launch edition, that might be something to keep in mind for later too. Because they might do another Falcon, but it's not the launch edition.
Yeah.
So that's more playing the long term than this, because it's like this is already kind of pricey now, and then over time, if this stays popular, it's just gonna through the roof more than the $200 it already is now. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section. If you guys are interested in picking these guys up, or is Star Trek just more your thing, which is wrong. Let us know in the comment section below. And help us defeat those guys by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. Also, if you guys would like to pick these up for yourselves, we got a link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Get yourself some sweet Star Wars collectibles and help support the channel. And got a Patreon, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook. Guys like people to do a channel donate. We greatly appreciate it. And see you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.